Today I'm sharing how we stay organized as a minimalist family. I want to show you how we've optimized our house to work for us and how we go about storing our items and trying to keep everything in its place and organized. Today I'm joining Dawn from The Minimal Mom and a bunch of other simple living channels with this Mega March playlist on how we all stay organized. So make sure you're subscribed because I do a lot of videos on minimalism, decluttering, and simple living, and you could subscribe below. This is how my house looks lived in right now. I have not gone around and tidied anything or pre-organized any areas. This is exactly how it looks in our day-to-day life. And I just want to share that because I don't want you to think that our house is always 100% perfect. It definitely is not. We live here, but I have optimized our house to work for us and to stay as organized as possible. So in this cupboard right here, we have all the plates. I keep the plates low so my kids can grab them. Then we have the cups. My children don't really use cups very often because they have their own little water bottles that they always have with them. Then at the top we have party cups and for when we have drinks or wine or something like that. Our toaster and our hot water kettle are the only two things that I keep out on the sink because we use them all day long. As you can see, we just did the dishes. I don't have a dishwasher, so those are drying. In here, we have all the bowls. And again, I keep these low because that way my boys can reach them and pour a bowl of cereal or get some fruit. So we have all the bowls. We have our coffee cups. As of right now, we only have 7 coffee cups. So of course, if we have company, we have enough for everyone. And then at the top is where I keep all of our food processor parts because we use that all the time. So those are my two cupboards that we use constantly. So I have the most used items ready and closest to the sink area. I will link below our full minimalist home tour so you can see how our house is set up, but I'm just showing you in the cupboards and how I set things up so I know where they are and can keep things somewhat organized in our house. Up here is where I have all of our baking stuff and all of our spices. I eventually would love to have one of those drawers where you have all the spices laid out, but we live in a 1950s kitchen. It's original. All the drawers are very, very small. But what I've done is I've put everything into these bins that I can easily grab out. So I can just grab one of these out, see which spice I need, and then easily slide it back in. So if you live in a kitchen where you don't have the option for a beautiful drawer and you don't want to have all your spices out on display, I really don't like that because I feel like it just collected so much dust when I used to do that. These are awesome. Just a simple plastic container, and what is this called? This is called Core Kitchen. You can find these almost anywhere and they really help with keeping things organized. Right here to my left is a door that goes to our backyard and the front door is just right around this corner. So this is an area where I call it our drop zone. I have just put a basket right here. So this way I have a place to put my purse out of sight, my keys and mask, anything I need for when I'm coming in the door or going to leave. I can just find it right here in this basket. And I love a basket like this because it keeps everything in one place and it doesn't look messy. If I had my purse sitting on here with keys and everything else, it would just look cluttered and super messy. So by putting it all in this basket, I know exactly where everything is and it just takes a lot of the visual clutter away. Okay. Up here, my husband has his own little basket. I did this years ago because he's one of those people that tends to forget something. So he'll go to work and forget his wallet, or he'll drive all the way to Home Depot and realize his wallet was at home, or he'll be looking for his wallet in the house and realize his wallet's in the car. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Some people have a harder time and maybe misplace their keys, mask, whatever. So he puts all his stuff in this little basket when he gets home. Keys, wallet, phone, everything that he needs for when he leaves the house. And this has helped so much with not having to wander around and search for things in every room. And I just keep this, again, right here in the kitchen where this is the drop zone. So we can find everything super easily that way. When we first moved in here, this is where technically the refrigerator was meant to go. And then this had 2 doors as a little cupboard up here. And it was impossible to use any of this area because the fridge stuck out to about here. It was harder to get out the door. So we rearranged everything to work for us, which I feel is what minimalism and simple living is all about, is making it work for you. So up here, I've just taken the doors off. I've added 2 baskets. This basket right here holds all of our vitamins, Tylenol, anything like that. And this basket holds batteries, flashlight, and lighter. It's up away from the kids so they can't get to it, but I know exactly where everything is. So I technically do not have a junk drawer. There's no junk drawer in this house because I don't see the point of it. You can actually just put things exactly where you want them to go. So you don't have to have a drawer full of chaos and you know, a dropping zone. You just put it into the place where it needs to go. And I found that to be such a game changer because my whole life, when I was younger, I always had this big drawer of junk where I couldn't find anything. Sometimes you can't even find stuff that you think should be in the junk drawer So I just assign everything a place. So these 2 are organized. I know where everything is. So this is one of our super tiny bathrooms. We have 2 really tiny bathrooms, and then we have a large bathroom that has been completely off limits since we moved in here over a 1.5 years ago. We started a little bit of construction, realized we didn't really have the time, energy, or money to spend on that project right away. So we opted to use the 2 tiny bathrooms and just shut that door and not use the bigger bathroom that was leaking and had all kinds of problems. So anyways, I've optimized these bathrooms as much as possible. But when I say tiny, I mean I'm touching both walls right now. So we made this hook system, and this is just where I hang my towels. And then because we don't use this shower, we use the other bathroom shower. What I've done is I've used this as my little space here. So I just have extra towels in case we want to change the towel out. I've put this little bin with all of my like face cleaners, hair stuff on top. And I've taken my 3 set of drawers that you could probably get this at Target or wherever. I've put it on a chair. So honestly, you can organize almost any space with very little money, but this is just a temporary situation. But just because I don't have a big, beautiful bathroom to work with doesn't mean I can't be organized. I have this 3 set of drawers. In the bottom drawer, I have my hair dryer, my curling iron. Middle drawer, I have all my teeth stuff and my brushes and stuff like that. And then the top one, I have my makeup. So I can still be completely organized without spending a ton of money and without having a ton of space. Now we're in my room, and let me show you how I keep my closet organized. So up top here, I have all of these bins from IKEA. They're super inexpensive, and I store my shoes in them. And what I love about them is you can collapse them when you don't want to use them, so they become completely flat and you can store them somewhere very easily. But I just have my most used shoes for this season down here. Then I have my most used clothes for this season hanging up. I keep all of my off-season clothes in my drawers. And I like to do that because it just makes it a lot easier for me to find what I want to wear. I don't have to sift through a bunch of off-season clothing. So I have all my pants on one side, and then all of my shirts and sweaters on the other side. And then over here, I've just stuck some hooks so I can hang all of my hats. And yes, I probably do have quite a few hats for a minimalist, but I love wearing hats in the summer, and we live in California, so it is hot and sunny almost every day of the year. So I have quite a few hats, but I just hang them right there. And then I just have my dirty clothes basket down below, and I like to store that in my closet. It has a lid, so it doesn't smell or anything like that. I do my laundry quite often, but to be honest, it's a great way to store it out of the way and with all the clothes in one area. So everything is just in one spot. I know where to go for my clothes and shoes and everything. I just like it all in one area. I've also recently added this little step ladder. Someone had commented to not stand on a chair anymore, which I completely agree with. So I've just put that in here because I use that the most often in this room. Now let's head to the linen closet and I'll show you how I organize that. Here's our little mini linen closet where I keep all the towels and washcloths and junk towels. And I think I store a little bit of toilet paper up at the top for this bathroom that's right here. And I know this is not earth-shattering. Everybody has a linen closet where they store their towels. I just wanted to share with you how we do it, and maybe you'll get an idea here and there. But I store all of our washcloths in this little bin, so it just keeps them from falling over and falling out of the cupboard when the kids grab one. And then sometimes I will roll a towel if it fits better rather than folding. These are our beach towels, so we don't use them as often. So I just put this little one on the side here. At the top we have the toilet paper, the beach towels, and then we have our hand towels, washcloths, and we have our foot mats, and we have the towels that we use all the time. And then these are the junk towels. Again, I've just used some little bins I already had, and that keeps us very organized. I know everything could be folded better and look perfect, but this is really real life here, and this is what works for us. This is the towel linen closet, and then right down the same hall, here's our other little mini linen closet where I keep all of the blankets and the sheets. So here we have some extra blankets, and we have some tablecloths. Then we have all of our sheets. These are backup sheets for all the beds in our house. Then we just have our throw pillows. I keep them here until we need them. I don't like having them on the couch because it's just one extra thing I have to fluff and pick up and deal with. So they're here stored out of the way. These are my boys' backup blankets for when it's freezing. Then we have one little blanket for when we're on the couch if we want to have a little throw blanket. And then down here are all of our backup blankets for company, and then we have 2 fans for summertime. I just recently did a video on my boys' room and how I keep that organized, so I will link that down below and add an info card as well. But let me go through our craft closet and show you how that's organized really quick. Here is our music craft room. We've hung the guitars. Now this is really good if you have guitars. These hooks are pretty inexpensive and they really do the job, and I love that this now looks kind of like art on the wall. Guitars are so beautiful. And then in the craft closet, I do have a few things labeled just with some tape. Educational books. We have a little craft tablecloth here, and then just the paper and stuff I don't really want the kids to get into as much up here. And then down here, I just have some of their books, and I have some puzzles, and we have the pencils and the craft boxes, Play-Doh, and then at the back here I store my sewing machine and then all of their coloring books. And this is all going to change pretty soon, but this is how we stay organized here. Getting organized does not mean you have to spend a lot of money. It could just be a simple set of hooks from the hardware store that you screw into your closet. It could be some plywood that you make a simple shelf with, or even those plastic drawers from Target. It doesn't have to look perfect, especially if it's in a closet where no one really sees it. So you don't have to be spending a ton of money at the Container Store or one of those really expensive places for a whole bunch of things. It could just be very simple changes and little tweaks here and there that can help you to get super, super organized. I make videos on decluttering, minimalism, simple living, how to save money. All of those tips and tricks I share weekly, usually 1 to 2 videos every single week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and I would love for you to join my channel. Also hit the like button and leave me a comment and let me know how you stay organized in your home. Thank you so much for joining me today, and make sure you stop by that playlist, the Mega March playlist by Dawn the Minimal Mom. Again, I will have that linked below. Everything is linked. So I'll see you next time. Bye.